Thank you, Your Excellency. Next on our program, we have a poetry rendition by Dejige. Dejige is a spoken word artist, a performer whose poem, Grave Dreams, gave a shiver to most of the people who are very versatile with spoken word. Today he performs Let There Be Light.
Citizens of Nigeria, friends from foreign land, partners in progress. Which way, Nigeria? Which way to go? I love my fatherland. I want to know which way Nigeria is heading to. Sadness beclouds my heart to know that song Sonny Okosun sang 39 years ago is still relevant in Nigeria today more than it was in 1983. Poverty has become a stakeholder in the country. Hunger is the breadwinner in many families. Fuel scarcity is now a citizen of Nigeria. Lecturers on strike endlessly. Health workers languish in embassies looking for greener pasture. The salary of workers remains a punishment for their hard work. The reward of teachers is still in heaven. The dream of an average Nigerian today is to leave Nigeria for any country except Nigeria. We thought we had seen it all, and we thought we had seen the worst until we saw Nigerians gather at Ukrainian embassies on their knees, begging the ambassador to let them travel to fight for Ukraine for the sake of fleeing Nigeria. I believe our founding fathers are turning in their graves. Compatriots, how did we get here? How did we acquire this rickety leadership afflicted with myopia? How did we arrive at this point of emptiness where prosperity is annihilated from our land? We bleed our country for ethnicity, banish humanity to the grazing field where a cow is equal to man. How did we climb this height of impunity from where vultures in high places feed on the flesh of the poor? It all began with a wrong choice we made of a man with a promise of change when he himself is immune to change. We forgot no man can give what he does not have. That kindness is inborn. Compassion comes from a heart of gold, and entrepreneurship is not for the narrow-minded. It's wind of change. Blew food away from the table of the masses, washed smile away from the faces of Nigerians, tumbled our economy into oblivion, and buried Naira in a casket of shame. But who are we to complain of a cold man giving cold shoulder to his people, believing prosperity is not their priority when we made a choice of a ruler, not a leader? And since the enthronement of Bashorun Gaa, we have shed mournful tears, longing for a leader, not a ruler, who will bring back the days of glory when our national anthem was a prayer. Each verse crafted a master key that unlocked doors in days of uncertainty. Virtue flowed in our veins, love expressed in purest ways, as blades of tribalism could not cut our unity. I long for a leader who understands that commerce and industry is all we need to raise Naira from the dead, not his hatred for foreign currency. A leader who holds the gavel of justice in one hand, the scale of equity in the other, and a living conscience that will not allow him tilt the scale in favor of his clan. A man or a woman who will harness the potentials of youth across Nigeria and not consider their lack of opportunities as laziness. A leader who will not be blind to the suffering of the masses, the agony of the bereaved, who will hear the voice of the people as the voice of God, and not be silent at their agitation when they raise their fists in anguish, in sweat and tears to say, "End SARS, end this disease before it becomes the end of us." My sister, my brother, 2015 was a year never to be forgiven. Even as things no too balance for Nigeria, we still dey waka go forward small. Now we carry steering give person wey no sabi road. Now everybody don lost. So find us a president to pull Nigeria out of this dungeon. A president flowing with milk of kindness, who will feel the pulse of the people, listen to the beat of their heart, and hear their groan behind sealed lips. Find my beloved country a leader who has raised men and women from dust to glory, who has mastered economics to the letter, who built schools with passion and captained industries to the shore of fortune. An employer of labor who understands Nigerians should not be out of job, why small businesses are key to economic development, and how equity and justice are the pathway to peace and prosperity. Find me that man to lead our country out of insecurity and disunity into an era of nation building where we will become our brother's keeper and behold a police station, a place of refuge rather than a slaughterhouse for human rights and justice. Carry my voice to the heavens and the cosmic forces behind the existence of mankind, that I do not seek a president of tribe, of region, or religion, but a true Nigerian who has Nigeria encrypted in his DNA, with a sense of gratitude to see his office as a privilege to serve and a bond to hold in trust, not the one who thinks Nigerians should be grateful to him for sitting in Aso Rock. Find us a man to lead our nation away from shameful ideology that the place of a woman is in the kitchen or some other room her voice will not be heard. Find a man that gives wings to women to fly with their dreams, so we do not raise daughters whose vision in life is to become wives, and sons who believe women do not stand in high places or sit at the round table of leadership. Find a compassionate leader without bitterness on his tongue. A message of doom must not be heard from the mouth of he who makes sacrifices to the gods. So we need a leader who will not be caught thinking the language a region understands is that of guns and bullets, and his ethnic group cannot be equal to others on the round table of decision. Kindreds from far and wide, lift your heart to the God of hope. Let there be light across the land, for the bridge we build today is stronger than politics. The choice of this day may determine the fate of mothers whose sons are sent to war, perhaps never to return. Fathers whose daughters have been missing for countless days in the den of Boko Haram and bandits. Yonzu, Saudi. Tell it in haste, from Ado-Ekiti to Oka, from Buni Yadi to Brass, Calabar to Chibok, from Daura to other places where poverty is ripping our dignity apart. Let it be told that the time is up, reading our story written by men of ethnicity and hardship. The time has come to put Nigeria first and choose a Nigerian to lead Nigerians who will rebuild Nigeria into a country void of boundary, bigotry, tribal rivalry, a nation where the knot of brotherhood is firmly tied across land and sea through unity of purpose of a people who see through clear waters of one identity. May it be so that the decision you make today will make a way for Nigeria to breathe again, for our land to be fruitful one more time. One name, Ahame Funa. May my name not be lost. One mama, Hahage Funa. May your name not be lost. When our children's children will hear of this moment in history, that women gathered to turn ashes to beauty, men united to turn misfortune to good fortune, a moment Nigerians demonstrated willpower to choose a Nigerian to be president of Nigeria, whose vision will cater for generation unborn. Onyekwe, Chiyekwe. When a man says yes, his God will say yes. Let us say yes and rewrite our story from a new beginning.